Welcome back to the Power and the Glory. Today's scripture is taken from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verse 4. Before I go any further, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help with the Google algorithm. And thank you, too, to my existing subscribers. I do appreciate your ongoing support. So I'll read the scripture now. For the Lord your God is he that goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. So the context here is that it's a verse that's part of chapter 20, which is dedicated to providing guidance in all the aspects of warfare, the laws of warfare for the Israeli forces. Most importantly, though, the Lord has commanded the Israeli forces to conquer the Canaanites before passing into their promised land. In fact, that's what they have to do anyway. In this endeavor, though, God has promised to be with them in the battle. That's a key factor. So looking into the verse in a little bit more detail, God is riding with the Israeli forces. The main message here is that God is with them in their battles. They are not fighting alone. And because God is with them, they will win. So because God is with the forces, they will defeat their enemies and win the battle. Critically, though, the victory will only be achieved because of God's presence, because he's actually with them in the fire. He's with them in the battle. And of course, the next attendant factor is that if he's with them, they're going to afford and encouraged to be fearless, because God is actually fighting alongside them. They're instructed to be fearless because God is with them in the battle, and as we know, God has never lost a battle. So all they have to do is to have faith, trust in the Lord's power, and fight with God. So it's a verse that reassures the army of their success in the battle, and so builds their courage to fight. But I'll say again that it's not just something that God is doing. The army will still be required to fight. The verse says that God goes with you rather than instead of you. So the soldiers will have to attend the battle and fight. It's just that God being there will result in the victory without a shadow of doubt. So in summary, the verse is part of chapter 20, which is, as I said, dedicated to describing the rules of warfare, and the reference to God being with them is the distinguishing factor, and it's the one factor that will help them have the winning hand. God's presence is a clear winning differentiator in the fight, and because of this, the verse acts as both a comfort and encouragement for the army. So what can we take out of this verse? Well, it's that we will face battles as Christians each and every day, but the important thing is that God will always be with us in the fight. We are not fighting alone. So trust God, have faith that he is always with us in the fight against our enemies.